Proverbs 9. Need some help on this one. Wisdom is personified as a woman. In my mind, in the beginning, it seems like it's the temple, everything associated, temple and the Torah and all that. And that's an easy fix for me, because it's like, okay, the temple is really the Garden of Eden, which is really the New Jerusalem, which is a woman, right? It's God's bride, right? It's Yahweh's bride. The temple has always been just, all its iconography is garden symbolism, of course. So that's not hard for me. There's no feminine aspect to Yahweh. He's a dude. He's a man, right? So I hear people say that. What I like about that is there's a foolish woman here too. So there's another. We have wisdom in the temple, and then there's another temple. There's another woman. So it's pagan temples, right? Of course, these the false gods are seducing people to come in, and it says like use the word dead, and I see the letter there. It tells me to look it up, and it's Rephaim, however you say that, and it has a little bit, and it kind of agreed with me in my study Bible, and it said, these were giants, and yeah, we see them in Genesis 14 where we see them when they come back, when Israel comes back to the land of Canaan. The wrath of there, and the dead remind. The understanding I take it is that these weren't Nephilim. These maybe were, the reason they're dead. What is dead? The Nephilim's body is dead. The spirit, the demon, remains. Now, the Book of Jubilees says 1/10 of these remained on the earth to essentially tempt man. So who knows what they're doing? Maybe they could possess a body. Yeah, of course, that's what they wanted. Or could teach man how to create giants again. However they did, it doesn't matter. But that's what I think is being pointed to, is that these were the gods. These were the false gods, and these were a reminder of the titans before the flood, right? The big guys, the big fishes, the Nephilim, and the Watchers. These were all pointing to the original gods, right? So you're kind of worshiping. Foolishness is worshiping these false gods, the Watchers and the Nephilim of old. The Rephaim are, seen as their children in a way, right? No second incursion. I don't believe in that. And then we have Yahweh and His temple. So it's really the dividing line between wisdom and foolishness. And sometimes foolishness can look very close to wisdom, and the whole chapter, not the whole chapter, but the picture of the whole chapter is about fear. Fear. How do you know? How do you know what's right? The fear of Adonai is the beginning of wisdom. So you're fearful of God. You're gonna study His Word. You're gonna obey His commandments. He's gonna tell you to live and act accordingly, and limit yourself. And when you limit and you live within your means, and you love, you focus on other people, that's what's going to grow you spiritually. You're going to see the fruits of the Spirit. Or it's the opposite with foolishness. It's about what can I get out of this? Maybe you're making sacrifices, but you're making them to a false deity. You're making them to a false god. And it's all about, prosperity gospel, what you can get out of it. And I think that's one way to know, what God you're worshiping, because it can be very easy to say, oh, I'm worshiping God, I'm in the right temple, and look around, and you're surrounded by the Rephaim. So you're surrounded by the dead, you're in Sheol, right? You've been seduced by the foolish woman, this false god. And I like that idea, these two women. And Solomon knows about women, right? He's the writer of Proverbs, so he knows how tricky they can be and how they can seduce you. So start with fear. It's one way to do it. It's not talked about. It's my love. And the foolish woman, she's gonna talk about love a lot. But I had to get those thoughts out. I'm home. Get me back. Hit me with a comment if you had some thoughts yourself. Shabbat shalom for this 2 seconds of daylight that's left.